Hello, David here at merchantaccounts.ca. Today I'm going to tackle a simple question. I really better be able to answer this one. What is a merchant account? Stay tuned, I'm going to answer this thing in 1 second. So merchantaccounts.ca has been in business for 20 years and we are a merchant account provider. Well, what is a merchant account? There's a lot of confusion about that. Really, it's because there's a couple of different components to e-commerce. I'll talk a little bit about that, but I want to be really direct. When I use my personal credit card, every time I go to dinner and I get billed $50 or whatever it is, my bank, the money has to come off of my credit account at my bank, the bank that issued my credit card, and it has to go to the merchant, the business. And so what a merchant account is it's like a bank account. It's an account that receives the money that comes off of the customer's credit card. So the money comes off the customer's credit card, gets deposited into the merchant's account, the merchant account. And then to round the explanation out so it's proper, the money then goes transferred from the merchant account into the business owner's bank account. This is just a middle hop. It's a middle hop between the cardholder and your bank account. Now, getting a merchant account is not really that hard, and you really do need one unless you use a service, something like a PayPal or another aggregator. That's where there's some service providers where there's no application process. And the reason why there is no application process is because you're not getting your own merchant account. You are using their merchant account. So the money comes off the customer's card. It goes into, I just reused PayPal's example, it goes into PayPal's merchant account. And then PayPal funds you the money from their merchant account. And there are advantages and disadvantages to that. The obvious advantage is they don't have to issue anything. There's no merchant account to open, so it's instant. Also, the onboarding process is super easy because there's really no application. The downside to that is you're far more likely to have an issue in terms of funds being held after you start processing transactions. In fact, that's one of the most common complaints against aggregators is that a merchant will do like a couple transactions and everything's going good, and then they'll do a big transactions and then the funds are held. And it's like an interruption to the business's cycle, and then maybe you need that income to fulfill the order, but you can't do that because the money is being held. So that's the downside to an aggregator. And at merchantaccounts.ca, the way that we do it is when we have a client that applies, we ask all of these questions that are kind of a pain in the butt. Hey, how much money are you going to process per month? What's the biggest ticket that you're ever going to do? But the flip side of that is it means you're far less likely to run into an issue later on. And then the second benefit to having your own merchant account is the rates are lower. If you use an aggregator, I'm not going to name names to pick on any service, but usually you're getting like a flat rate around 3% or 2.9%. If you have your own merchant account, the costs will be far lower. So that's what a merchant account is. At merchantaccounts.ca, we actually provide the merchant account and the payment gateway, and then we can help you to set up a shopping cart that's compatible with our services. I could go on, but I don't want to do that. I intended this to be a short video. I hope that demystified, I hope that totally blew all the mystery out of the water on what a merchant account is. Thanks for watching and have a good day there.